this is really fucking funny because I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a video. And then I was like, oh, all my fucking neighbors are outside. I'm gonna go do my makeup. Then I was like, I'm doing my makeup. I want to make my bags look really enhanced because I'm bored. So I did. And then I was so proud of myself. Then I was like, Shalon, I'm gonna take this purple color, but this is actually like a red color. And I was like, I'm gonna put it in my wrinkle spots when I smile. I also don't know why I have been so like, oh my god, you're so like, hi. Okay. I don't know why I want to put it down here and then down here so bad, but I do. So that's just the thing now. But I feel like I just look like a lion. But I wanted to basically run down yesterday over again and do like I'm gonna fucking sit here and tell y'all about music until my phone cuts me off. I have 20%, so it's gonna be somewhere between that and that. I guess I'm just gonna take my trusty sheet. Where did I put my trusty sheet? I also found this plate from a long time ago. Maybe I'll start with the plate. I found this plate in my desk over here. This is for my last apartment. I basically mixed up this paint to paint something. I painted something. I don't know. I painted something. And I wrote this down. I actually think I painted this at my apartment before last, but I could be making that up. Def making that up. Yeah, but this plate has a Spotify Wrapped on it. Not a Wrapped, but like a Receiptify from a month. It's funny because looking at myself like this is giving me like I'm gaslighting myself into thinking my lips are chapped. But yeah, so this plate has songs on it. Song plate. But I was like, I'm gonna mix paint on it over time and it's gonna be cool. And then I got a paint palette, so I stopped doing that. Because now I'd be mixing it on my palette because I care. Number one up in here, we got Maddie by Nafis's Bougie. Bougie? Bourgeoisie? Bro, the cat behind me too. He's really sending my ass. Maddie by Nafis's Bougie is fucking banger. I went to Brooklyn last year to Rave Star, and I'm so fucking mad I didn't buy a t-shirt. Still to this day, I'm so mad I didn't buy a t-shirt because I was hanging out with some dudes that I literally am never going to see again as long as I live, so I don't even know why I wasted the time. And the t-shirt is forever! Whatever. But it was a leopard print rave that I went to for one night only in the back of the Sultan Room, which, if you don't know, that is a Turkish restaurant in Brooklyn. I basically went in the middle of the week, April 16th, 2025. It's a Wednesday. If it's not the 16th, it was the 17th. It was a Wednesday. I went and I was like, I'm going to do a 6 a.m. flight. I took a flight at 6 a.m. from Tulsa to Brooklyn. I went from, I think it was like Tulsa to fucking like North Carolina to Brooklyn, and then the same thing on the way back. I know it wasn't North Carolina. I don't know where I went. But it was fucking brutal. I literally, like, got there. Its show was at 6 p.m. I landed in New York at 4 p.m. Oh, I went to Nashville because I was so fucked up. No! I went to Nashville one of the 2 times I went to Colorado last year. Whatever. So, I get there at like 5 o'clock. I'm supposed to meet up with the dudes. The dudes is in Manhattan, so we're actually not going to meet up because I don't really understand how big New York is, but it was apparent to me that that was not how it was going to rock and roll. I went to a dispo. I wore this crazy fucking outfit. I wore like 5-pound shoes. I had a lot going on. I had to buy each of the individual pieces that I wore, with the exception of my shoes. I did buy shoes that I ended up not wearing, but I borrowed shoes from Tosh. Shout out, love you. Yeah, shaved my head at Jack K's the month before, and then was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Ravestar. And that was really cool. Ravestar was really cool because Nimstar, who hosted it, I went because I wanted to see Reese 6, but Nimstar, who hosted it, coordinated it. It's cool because he was a small enough artist that, like, he was able to, like, make a group chat of everybody who came. And, like, still to this day, that group chat is active as fuck. Um, I can't attest to, like, the success of the other 3 group chats that were made for the 3 shows that came after that one, but that was very cool. People came from, like, all over those surrounding states to, like, be there. And so it was like, I knew this girl from Maine. I knew these guys from Massachusetts who were there. I knew a guy from Philadelphia who was there. Um, One of the kids that was there, she was getting ready to move to Phoenix, I believe, to be with her boyfriend, who was getting stationed, and then they were going to get married or whatever. And it was all very, very, very cool. It was awesome because I was probably one of the oldest motherfuckers in there that was like in the little group of people that I knew. But it was still so cool, like to see how people who are raised over on that side, like the East Coast or whatever, like they know how to use public transit. They are like, very efficient. They know how long it's going to take to get somewhere from somewhere else. And here it's kind of a toss up a lot of the time out in the Midwest, like how long it's gonna take you to get somewhere, because you just never know. But yeah, it was cool. It was a really cool experience. I still have the $20 bill that Dominic gave me for my vape. I kept it on my glasses display at my last apartment literally until I moved, and now I have it in a pill bottle in my room. But like, that was so cool. I drank like 2 Red Bulls. I tried to fucking like TikTok vlog the whole thing. I I loved that trip. That was so fun. And like, I slept in the airport. I had 3% on my phone. I went to see Reese 6. I have the video footage. 2 questions. Question number 1, like, if I want to upload like my concert videos, like there are channels that do that. Can I do that here? I'm under the impression I need to do it somewhere else, right? Um, yeah, I'll probably have to do it somewhere else. But I will sit down. I swear on my life, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna make it possible for you guys to see the video of me getting my head shaved at Jack K's, because that is a story and a half. But I went to see Reese 6. I have like the 3 songs that he sang, and that show was so cool because it was like everybody is decently small, but like it basically was like 8 homies putting on a talent show. Like, it was so like, can we spend the night at your house? Can we spend the night at my aunt's house if we all do this dance routine? Like, it was so cool to just see literal homies like hanging out, bro. And I heard so many good fucking songs, so many good songs. But Nafis is Bougie had straight up like teenage girl riz, like teenage girls would be rizzed by him. And Maddie and Sophia. Um, Both of those songs, bangers. Um, yeah, definitely, like that was cool. Then it's so funny because the next 3 on this plate is Cash Machine, Lies Came Out my mouth, and Life Goes On. I had a huge Oliver Tree phase last year. Um, that started like, honestly, like I have always been into the man, but I didn't even listen to Ugly is Beautiful all the way through until maybe like March. March. I meant to say May/June, but I said March. Maybe like March. My brain says it's March. I guess it was March of last year, and I really like went fucking ape shit on that album, dude. And then in July, and I had to go back and look. In July, bro announced that he was doing a one night only show. I don't know whose accent I just developed. Oh, one night only show, and with Logic, and I didn't realize that it was like it's Logic's show and Oliver Tree is here. But I went. big flex. Oh, had to flex again. I'm in my Teresa shirt. I was talking about it yesterday. But, yeah, I went to the Fall Off show with the Red Rocks. I got the hoodie because they didn't have any t-shirts left. I stood in line for 2 hours for merch. This was $85. It's a 2X because they didn't have anything even remotely close to my size. But it's bang around. I fucking love it. And I have the poster in the living room. But yeah, Cash Machine makes me think of my evil ex-boyfriend number 3. Hashtag fucking asshole. I don't even know. That one is one of those ones where it's like, that one is just super fun to sing. Life Goes On blew up on TikTok, and so that's like what I think about is like that little walking duck where he's like walking and he's a duck, and it's like life goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But then on this play, I'm actually gonna skip. We will skip number 5 for right now. Bury Me Alive, 1993, Miracle Man, and When You're Around, all also on fucking Ugly is Beautiful, the deluxe. I don't know, I don't remember the name. I think it's like Uglier is Beautifuler, or something like that. Bang Around, fucking bang around album. Like, it found me at a time that I really, really, really needed to, like, learn to be myself and be okay with not being liked for being myself. And then it kind of led me down this big spiral of like, oh fuck, I'm okay with not being liked, but who the fuck am I? And so, you know, now I'm kind of here on this part of that self-discovery journey. So it just felt really special. Like, that definitely felt like that was a show that I was supposed to be at. That was probably like the best show I've ever been at, just from like a standpoint of like, the Red Rocks is such an iconic venue. It was a beautiful time of year to be out there. My outfit was goofy as fuck. I fell asleep. Somebody let me hit their joint, like, and I fell in love with Logic. Like, I went and I didn't really know anything, and I was just like, yeah, man, there's all these people here, whatever. Like, but I stood and I talked to people in line, and this one group of people, like, I offered to take a photo for them, and they were like, oh, you want to be in our picture? Yeah, get in here. If I can learn how to edit, I will insert that photo in here. But, yeah, dude, it was just so fucking cool. And, like, people, I know that it's probably because I had a goofy outfit on, but people were like, yo, like, how old are you? Like, the people I stood in line with, these two very nice people, that guy had seen Logic, like, more times than I've seen Sawyer Hill. Like, that guy had seen Logic so many times. And, they were like, oh yeah, like, you flew out here by yourself? I was in Denver, and I was like, yeah. I was like, it's really annoying, like, because I stayed like 15 minutes away, but I didn't realize I was gonna have to like hike all this way, and you know, the airport's like on the other side of town, blah blah blah. And they're like, wow, that's so crazy, like, you came all this way out here, like, how old are you? And I was like, 25. And they were like, oh, we thought you were like 18, we thought you were like 18. And I was like, it's gotta be this fucking goofy ass outfit I have on. I had on my Rooster Skate Club shirt, which was like, it's a crop top at this point that I cut, and then I cut the fucking like collar off of it. From when me and my best friend from high school went to Six Flags for his 18th birthday. Shout out Dennis. But we like modded them ourselves the day before we went, and then I had on my all-time low long sleeve Modern Love fucking shirt from the tour on with the flames underneath, and then I had on these like finish line checkered pants that are wavy with socks with planets on them and leopard print shoes with my silver round glasses that turn fucking red when I go outside, and I think I had a beanie on. Oh, and my I Heart Boobies fucking belt, and at least 3 chains, and no jacket until I bought that one. Um, yeah, dude, and I like fell asleep, and I woke up during City of Stars, and I was like, I think I know this song, and then I was like, there's no way I know this song, but it was so fucking good. It was so good. It literally like That's how I learned who Rick Rubin is. That song is so good. It's so long, but like, ayo. Fucking. Bro, banger. No, and Homicide, I seriously have been learning to rap that for so long. Like, so long. I want to figure out how to post a video of me trying to do it. I'll probably try to do it at a karaoke function, but it's like I can do it sitting in the car and I can do it in the mirror, but it's like trying to do it in a setting where I'm projecting. Because I used to do it while I was walking to work, and it was like an uphill walk to work, and I would be like, fuck rap, bustin' like an addict with a semi-automatic with an edit, ain't ready for anybody to buck back. Hold it, catch a vibe, ain't no way in hell we leaving nobody alive. If suicide, no, fuck that, you know? And so, like, I would be doing it, and I had, like, a little routine and shit, but, like, I can't, like, project, and it sound good. Like, it's still in the beginning phases. Oh, bro, yeah. And everybody, there's, like, everybody people, everybody bleed, everybody love, everybody do some bangers. And he's just a good guy. And I pre-ordered his DVD, and then I moved away, and now I'm scared I'm not going to get sent my DVD that I wish would have my golden ticket in it if I was to win. That would have been awesome, but I just don't think that my DVD is ever going to make it out to me, yos. Yeah, man, that fucking show was so good. And then I paid, like, ridiculous, like $300 extra to come home early because I missed my kitten. Rest in peace, Skippy boy. But yeah, that show was really, really fucking cool. That show, like, reignited a love of fucking, like, rap music for real that I had that I didn't even realize was so deep. Because I really got into Kid Cudi a couple of years ago, too. And, like, I liked Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi's fucking Day and Night music video was one of those things that, like, influenced my sexuality as a child, bro. Specifically, I haven't watched that music video in years, but there is a lady in a blue, like, lingerie set that is dancing on that little, like, fridge, bro. And third grade me remembers sitting at this girl Bailey Stubblefield's birthday party and watching that, and then we watched fucking that Carrie Underwood music video where some guy dies. Man, I can't believe I stopped watching music videos so long ago. I gotta get back into watching music videos, man. I love those bitches. So I got into Kid Cudi. I listened to Kid Cudi's audiobook recently, too, and I was so stoned, I think I need to listen to it again. But for sure, that's on the list of things to do. So, but yeah, Logic, and it was like, you know, whenever I got there, I kind of was like, oh, I know that one song, like, the Suicide Hotline song, and that song was fire. He fucking played that shit, and I was crying. But and he like brought his son out, and he was just like talking like about all this stuff. And, like, even if I don't somehow end up with my DVD for Paradise Records, I will go out of my way to find that fucking movie because I want to watch it so bad, dude. I felt like I left that concert a better person. And I haven't left a concert feeling that way in a long time. It was a mind-blowingly beautiful concert. And the fact that Supercomputer was there, I was praying that Supercomputer and Oliver Tree were going to do Essence, and they didn't, which is fine. But Supercomputer's stage presence was fucking phenomenal. I did miss T-Man the Wizard and the guy who was on before him, but, like, I didn't even know Supercomputer was going to be there until I got there, and I was like, I was in a great spot. I was in, like, the middle, kind of, like, bottom section, and then, bro, oh my god, and then, so I left the show, I had, like, 12% on my phone, bro. It was like a 40-minute shuttle ride. You have to walk down this thing, you walk over some more, you walk to the bottom of this hill, you go jump on a shuttle, the shuttle drops you off, you stand there. That's where you hail an Uber if you hope you have service. Then the Uber tries to find you, but it's like trying to find an Uber at the bar at the end of the day whenever you're somewhere very busy. And I'm standing there waiting for the shuttle, and this dude is going up to people, and and I had seen him once before, and he's on some shit like, hey, That's my wife. She's hot, right? Like, trying to, like, fucking fake confront people type shit. And, like, she's, like, patting him along, kind of just like, come on, let's go. And I said, man, I wish I was on whatever he's, or I'll have one of whatever he's having. And Miguel was like, haha, that's so funny. And then we start chit-chatting away. Miguel is, like, 21, student at the University of Maryland from El Salvador or Ecuador. I'm so sorry if I don't remember correctly. Bro's phone dies. Bro is an economics student, and I am staying in a sketchy hotel. I was staying in a Red Roof Inn that I didn't know was a Red Roof Inn until I got there, when I literally had been laughing with my coworker, like, 2 days before about, haha, I hope it's not a Red Roof Inn, and it was a Red Roof Inn. I have only left 2 Google reviews in my entire life, and both of them were bad. Like, I've left one good one, and it was for my old job. But there was dead bugs. There was body crumbs in the bed. There was, body crumbs. That one was one of the big ones. And there was no toilet paper there. But this dude's phone dies, and he's like, my girlfriend is at the hotel asleep, and we have a hike at 9 a.m. And I was like, damn, do you want to go with me to my hotel that's like 11 minutes away? Because at this point, we did stand there for a good, at least half an hour, like, talking to each other. And I was like, you can charge your phone a little bit, because I was like, I magically fucking had a Type-C, and I remember thinking that I didn't want to bring it with me because I was scared I was going to lose it, because it's literally this one right here that goes to my JBLs. And I was like, I'll bring it anyway, because I brought my JBLs and my AirPods on the trip. And so I was like, whatever, just in case. Came in clutch. Dude charges his phone to like 20%. We sit there, we talk on this crusty little couch, and then send him on his merry way. And I'm like, dude, if I wasn't me, like, if I was bigger than I am, if I was a little bit more manly than I am, if I was any different, like, that guy probably would have been like, no, that sucks. But, like, instead I was able to help that guy out, and it was so cool. And, like, we just sat and we talked, and he was telling me, like, the easiest way to, like, do something somewhere is to have a routine. I know I have the video of me, like, saying whatever he said to me. I have a little video of it, but it was basically like, about becoming a regular somewhere, just picking a day of the week and picking a place and deciding that you're gonna go and you're gonna be there for some amount of time, maybe around the same time every day, or like every few days, or like once a week or once a month or whatever. Like, I think he more so meant like once a week, or like few times a week kind of a thing. But I really took that to heart at that time, and really spent a little bit of time trying to figure out like what I wanted to do. Never did figure that out, and now I live here. But now that I'm sitting here talking about it, I'm like, man, that is such a good idea. Shout out Miguel. Yeah, and it was cool. It was just really cool. That was an awesome thing. And like, I don't know, I threatened my friends for like 2 years that I was going to become a freestyle rapper, and I was just going to start freestyle rapping. And I did start writing music, but like, I don't have rhythm, I don't play any instruments. Fucking, what is that D12 line where he's like, we ain't a band, bitch, we don't play instruments? Like, bro, that's me for real. I ain't in no band, bitch, I ain't play no instruments. Be so for real. But yeah, I don't know. I got stuff cooking in here. That's Elon Musk in his little lab just cooking up. She's a peach. Scone. Shout out Hobo Johnson. Oh my god, the rest of that plate. I didn't even finish the plate. The only other 2 things on the plate, one of them is Music or the Misery by Fall Out Boy. Honestly, that is its own, like, video bit thing. The other one is American Shibuya, which is that fucking, it's a remix of Chanel by Frank Ocean, and it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I know that it's on Spotify, uploaded by this guy named Black Memer, and I sent it. Oh my god, I sent the Receiptify that it was on. not this specific one, but a different one where that song, because once every like spring and once every summer, that song, so twice a year, ends up on my like Receiptify for the month. I don't check that anymore, but if I did, it probably would be on there this summer. But I sent that Receiptify to this lady named Sarika, who is a really cool artist. I don't listen to a lot of her stuff anymore just because it's not in my like what I'm listening to right now wheelhouse. But her stuff is really good. She's really cool. I believe she's from Boston, or at least from the Massachusetts area. I know she's got homies out in Chicago. Shout out Chi. But la la la. I sent her that, and she was like, "Wow, you have some underground stuff on here, huh?" And I was like, "Oh, black me, man." But it's like, it's just like upbeat fucking Chanel, basically. I don't really know the original Chanel by Frank Ocean. I wish I knew more Frank Ocean than I do, but I don't. You know, and like I haven't always been, but for the last probably 4 years that I've really been like resonating with being someone that likes to listen to music. I don't even know where I pulled the quote out of my ass from, but it was like, music sings the sound of your soul. If somebody knows somebody that said that before me, let me know. But it's like, that's just the easiest way that I can think to describe music, because I do love a very vast, very wide, very expansive space of music. And like, with doing all the self-reflecting I've been doing lately too, like trying to do journal prompts that are like, what do you like? Who are you when no one's around? Like, when I genuinely think about the first times that I connected with stuff by myself, I think about fucking TLC, like the channel on fucking TV. I think about the Game Show Network. I think about fucking Late Night Hits with Mikey B on Friday nights on 106.9K Hits, which is like a Tulsa, Oklahoma area radio station. And like just doing my makeup in there by myself, like with my stepmom's makeup really, really late at night. I think about, like I said yesterday, like Midwest emo, like that probably was the first music that I really, really liked just for me, because it felt like I was being seen. Like, another thing is like, man, I've been high so many times today that I can't even remember what I was talking about at the beginning of this 30-minute video. Tyler, the Creator, is a very wise man. I've been listening to a lot of his interviews right now because my aunt put me on to listening to interviews of him because of, is it Narwhal that does the fucking interviews? The fucking, how do you keep your pants up when you're performing? Bell. Oh, that guy. But, man, he was talking about geeking out on shit that you be geeking out on. I was like, yeah, man, you're a genius. I can't remember why the fuck I wanted to tell you that, though. I know that he said, like, you have to be proud of your own stuff. You have to like your own stuff before, like, it matters, basically. Like, bro was spitting. I have been talking for too long. I know I have been talking for too long because now I'm starting to get convoluted as fuck. But it was really cool to just like sit down and just fucking bleh. Actually, I really enjoyed doing that. Wow, and then that was my phone letting me know I got 10% left. So I guess I'm gonna go do me now and fucking wipe this off. The rest of this can stay, but this has got to go, methinks. Yeah, thanks for listening. See you later.